Scott, dude, I'm very curious about this next one as Halo 7 gets new lead designer. That's right, Halo 7. Scott.
Oh, first of all, I want to hold up there. Are we getting a Halo 7 or is this going to be Halo Infinite 2? I think that remains to be seen.
Yeah, right? Because technically, Halo Infinite is Halo 6.
Technically.
Yeah, technically in the order. But yeah, man, I'm very curious because I know you're such a Halo fan. So this one's interesting to me. Mike Straw over Insider Gaming. The next game in the Halo franchise has a new lead designer, first spotted by Rebs Gaming. 343 Industry has hired Dan Niotti as the new lead designer for Halo 7, or whatever they decide to call the game. Here's the catch. Niotti previously worked as a lead designer on Hyenas at Creative Assembly, which just got flat out canceled. So
no, that was a shame at the time. I remember seeing promotionals for it. I thought this could be really interesting, and then it just did not even come to market.
Nope, they scrapped it. So, and as a lead designer at Bungie for a decade. During his time there, he worked on both Destiny titles as well as various expansions for the games. Quote, after speaking with a ton of cool teams about rad projects, I'm getting a shot to work as the chief with the chief and friends. And quote, Niotti posted on the LinkedIn page last month. Quote, I love Halo and I'm very excited to be a part of adding it to its legacy. End quote. Halo 7 is in development at 343 Industries and appears to be using Unreal Engine based on another job posting. Dude, a lot of people using Unreal Engine 5. That thing is like powerhouse without a doubt.
Yeah, that really is just what's modern now at this point. Halo needed to get on board with that.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah. No other details or confirmation about the state of the next game in the franchise has been announced by Microsoft as of writing. Scott, coming off of Infinite, it had a, well, we all know how it launched. It was rocky. It had a very rocky launch. We got the multiplayer first, parts of it. Wasn't fully fledged out at all. We got chunked out over time. We got the story later. Like, it was just kind of a mess how they put Infinite together at all. So
the expansion for the single player was just canceled, did not come to market at all.
Right.
And that was unfortunate. But that seems to be quite the opposite of what Bungie is known for. And Destiny is known for putting together really, really little big and expansive DLCs. And I'm hopeful for that is what Niotti will bring to this table. But I'm also a little bit worried here because coming from something like Destiny, I'm worried this is what we're going to see in monetization. I think this is going to be a big monetization push. And I think that's why this particular man was selected for the job.
That might make a ton of sense, right? He's been in there with one of the best teams around this industry when it comes to the live service experiences. Destiny's still going, dude. Destiny, the final shape just came out, and it is an expensive price tag, but people are buying it left, right, and center. It is doing really, really well. However, Niotti also worked on a game that just got canceled, which makes me nervous where we go next with Halo, right? Dude, Hyenas got scrapped. That's never a good sign. So if he was the lead designer on Hyenas, what does that mean for Halo 7? Now, obviously he's got some history there, right? Working with Bungie. He knows what's going on, but he didn't. And you can't pin it on one person, right? And maybe it was just, I'd love to know more about, I guess, Hyenas at this point as to why it got scrapped. What was the direction that didn't hit? But how does that correlate then moving into Halo? Do you just, because you take your learnings as you go, right? And there's a little bit probably of Hyenas that he's like, hey man, this is really cool. This never made it to the game, but maybe we bring it over here to Halo. Like, did we get into that kind of grind now too? Do we get that live service Halo experience that they tried with Infinite that didn't work? Like, how does this pan out for the future? What does the story look like, Scott? There's so many questions.
I think it's all good questions, but I think the learning experience at Hyenas was hopefully just that, a learning experience, because they say, the best lessons are taught in failure. Hopefully whatever didn't come together with Hyenas is something that can be learned upon and hopefully iterated on properly with Halo, because yikes. I'm a little worried we're going to be rolled back to the multiplayer that looks kind of like Halo 5. And that was not very popularly received there, but there was interesting weapon systems, and I'm trying to think of where's the angle of monetization. It's going to be the different weapon variants and the skins and stuff like that. could drag us back into the multiplayer that we had in Halo 5,
Sure.
which I would personally be okay with, but I know that's gonna be that's gonna be a forum argument.
Do we get a battle royale with Halo 7?
I think so. I think that
Right?
has to happen based on the feedback of Infinite. Everybody wants that. Is it
Yeah.
Operation Tatanka?
Yeah, right. And they scrapped that apparently, and it's not happening. There's no battle royale. It's a battle rifle. Is what they. That's the only BR you're gonna get out of Halo.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you guys are missing the boat because your fans keep asking for it. So I was just curious to see. And you want to talk about a monetization option, dude? The battle pass for a battle royale would sell just fine. Where I think the battle pass for the multiplayer right now in Infinite just isn't hitting the chord with everybody. I'm curious to see how does Halo 7 pan out? How does it feel? How does it look? What direction does it go in? What do we do next with the story? Man, right? Like, there's so many questions. At this point, can they save Halo, Scott? Because I don't think Infinite did it, right? I think Infinite failed at the end of the day, and it's not the Halo game. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with Halo. You have an audience now that's grown up with Halo, right? We've been there with Bungie from day one on Xbox. And you get into these games and you love them from a generational point to now carry over, where we're just at a whole different technological leap, a different gameplay standard. There's just so many different changes and iterations that pushed our industry so much further ahead from those games. So the nostalgia for Halo is just nostalgia. They don't have that pedigree that they once did because our generation grew up with Halo, and now the younger audience, being like my boys, right, don't care about Halo. Dude, they just don't care. They're trying to hold us. They're trying to keep us coming back to Halo. And granted, dude, it's got an audience. I'm not saying that it doesn't. It does have an audience, but they're not capturing the new audience.
No, I think you're right. There's not much happening in iteration, or the ideas aren't changing too much because they're still playing to myself and the older crowd. So no, there's nothing happening new to inspire that kind of new generation to come in and enjoy it. The only thing I see to that degree is in the multiplayer with the cat ears and silly cosmetics that the people that I speak to don't like to see. So there's definitely two groups that are at odds right now. I don't know if Halo will survive this. I think they're locked into free to play forever, so we're very limited.
Do you think they should just scrap Halo altogether and come out with a new IP? Tell 343 to create something new, dude. Right now,
Something
my boys.
original would be very...
Here's what my boys are playing. So my boys are 16 and 12, right? And my 3-year-old who's not playing. So, right now for them, it is X-Defiant and it is Valorant, right? That's where they're at. That's the multiplayer aspect that they're looking for, and even a little bit of Siege. So, like, they've got this high competitive edge on them. And Halo just has something different that doesn't click, I think, right now with that age group. And they've got to figure it out.
Heroes.
Or they just stop it. Dude, just stop. Stop doing Halo. Let 343 just create something new. Why wouldn't they? Stop it. Because Halo's not working. So if you're going to sit there and you're cutting studios right now and you're canceling games, like, what are you doing with Halo? Scrap it. At this point, dude, just let it go.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready to say goodbye yet.
You're not, but dude, the other generation isn't here for it. So, like, they don't see that. I'm so baffled that they can't see that Halo isn't surviving on the younger generation that's coming up into gaming right now. They do not care about Halo, straight up. And they need to figure it out. They need to either get Halo 7 where they can capture that group and us at the same time, or they just say forget it and cancel Halo and just move on to something new. You can't be just a one and done studio. Dude, you had Naughty Dog over on PlayStation, right? They came up with Jack and Daxter. They've gone into Uncharted. They've gone into The Last of Us. And now they're going into something else. 343, Halo, 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 Halo. Not working, not working, not working, not working.
Well, they're
what are
even
you doing?
The title of the studio is a reference to 343, the guilty spark in Halo. It was written that way, and so it has been. But no, I would absolutely love to see something original from them. Just as I want to see something original from Bluepoint. Just give that studio their own control.
Absolutely. Time will tell. We want to know, what's your future look like for Halo? ITGTV.com.